80 years old, and mornings feel different now. The world no longer rushes, it breathes more slowly somehow. I'm 80 years old, and I sit beside the window, watching the seasons pass like old friends I've known. There are photographs fading on the walls of this house, pieces of a lifetime still speaking softly somehow. My children have grown into lives of their own. I see in their eyes the man I once was. They carry their burdens, their doubts and their dreams, trying to build meaning in this fragile world we leave. And now their children run through the garden laughing loud, without understanding yet how quickly time moves on. But I don't feel sadness when I watch them play. There's something eternal in the innocence they carry. And I stay here now, between memory and silence, holding the echoes of everything I've loved. I'm 80 years old, and I have found peace, not in what I conquered, but in who stayed with me. I'm 80 years old, and love still remains, softer than thunder, stronger than pain. I'm 80 years old, and I no longer fear the night, only the thought of leaving them behind. She's still beside me after all these years, with the same quiet eyes that once calmed all my fears. We don't speak as much now, we don't need to explain. Our silence has become its own kind of language. We survive the storms, the doubts and the scars, and somehow through the years we never drifted too far. And when I hold her hand in the evening light, I know this simple moment was the meaning of my life. There's a small garden outside that I still walk through each day. I watch the trees bending slowly as the seasons drift away. The roses bloom quieter now, but somehow more sincere, as if beauty grows gentler when the end draws near. And sometimes I just sit there without needing to speak, listening to the wind moving softly through the leaves. Because after all these years I finally understand, peace was never somewhere else, it was always close at hand. And I tell myself I was luckier than most, even in the losses, even isn't death that troubles my soul. It's knowing one morning I may quietly go, leaving their voices, their laughter downstairs, without one more sunrise to meet them there. And maybe that's life, a passing flame in the dark, trying to leave warmth inside another heart. I'm 80 years old, and I look at my life like an old worn-out novel, read 1,000 times. I'm 80 years old, and if I must leave, I hope I leave kindness in those who remember me. I'm 80 years old, and in that final breath, there will still be love waiting somewhere ahead. I'm 80 years old, and when the silence comes, I will leave this world gently, surrounded